Bro, I love this guy who just like drinks beers in one swallow. He does like ridiculous stuff. But this one, he trained a parrot to open his beer with its beak.
Oh, that's awesome.
How many staffers? Tell me a little bit more about your organization.
We are a small team, just a couple people.
Is the stream started yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just changing the title. Watching.
Okay, let's see. No, yeah. John was going on a long ass tangent about how trans people need to be supported more in schools, and then just out of nowhere, it just cut him off. Alyssa, I'll tag you so that you can watch this video. This guy literally just spends all of his time making these videos where he drinks alcohol in like one swig, but with different stuff. He trained a parrot to open the beer for him. John, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
This is going to sound weird. Can you just... I need you to, like, make a constant movement for a little bit. I want to see if it, like, blurs out because you're not talking. Okay, it seems fine.
Okay.
We're good.
What is your ad again? My name James.
Dank Lore Master. Oh, yeah, my name James Lull. Honestly, John, why don't you just go to the previous video and copy paste? Just copy and paste that name and description, and you're good to go.
Because I'm fucking stupid. That's why.
Because then you don't have to type it all over again. I'm also like paying attention to your eyes for you to make sure that you specifically do not
good to go. Just let me open up my dialer.
Get fucked over by like latency. It's pretty fluid though. It might have been because you were sharing screens and then streaming, and maybe stuff was going on the internet at the same time.
No, sometimes my internet just like fucking drops.
Your Wi-Fi cuts out?
Yeah.
By the way, Funkin' Hungry, myself and like two friends from my original IT class actually convinced my whole class in English that it was pronounced Wi-Fi. And we were talking about like how different
Good to
things
see you,
get
TikToker.
changed.
Gemini, what's up, bud? Fucking goddamn it, I'm an idiot.
Well, yeah, you are, but why?
Because I kept while you were talking, I had the fucking previous stream audio running because I'm stupid as shit. The chat's not working for me, so I'll just pull up the YouTube chat.
To quote Anakin Skywalker, "It's working! It's working! Skywalker, it's working! It's working! Skywalker, voice is it's working! It's working! My voice is cutting in and out. You let me know, and that'll be Gucci Fan Fedora Swag my homie G Dog, yeah.
My voice sounds low?
Yeah.
Check. Is that better?
Yeah. Can you say mic check? Ha 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 ha.
Mic check. Ha 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 ha.
Thank you, Zach De La Rocha.
Okay.
That's my favorite Rage Against the Machine song. I don't know why, but Mic Check just is dope. It's great.
All right, let's get into it. We're watching.
Keep going.
These two stupid women talk to each other stupidly.
Hold on. You said something redundant. You said the words stupid and.
Do you know what? Is that a public park or is that a private?
So let's.
If it has man inside of it, to be fair, it's already stupid, right?
Right. Of course. How could I be so dumb?
Yeah, you fucking dumbass. I don't believe so. Real quick. Can we like explain our sides of this philosophy real quick?
Yeah.
So John and I have a different political stance on the trans community. I have an actively antagonistic role with one particular trans person on Twitter that if you mention me to them, they will have a panic attack because they attempted to blackmail me, and in response, I sent them where they lived. And I never posted that publicly, but it's funny as shit because they wanted me to give them dirt on another person and then forgot, oh shit, he knows where I live. What the fuck? I don't even know my name. But between John and I, John has a free and accepting opinion of trans people. I do not like trans women who jack off to the idea of being women. That to me is a thing that bothers me. Oligophilia itself isn't a problem. Excuse me. My problem is when people ask invasive questions to women or can't socialize with women correctly, and then they get upset because they think that women are judging them because, well, yeah, women judge each other all the fucking time. You want to be a woman, get used to it. It's just going to fucking happen. And I'm not entirely sure I agree with non-binary being a thing. However, I'm not an asshole. So when John said he, him, I made sure to point out to John the person went by they, them. The deceased small child went by they, them pronouns because I'm not a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
I don't. Go ahead.
Sorry. I kind of like. I don't know. Like I don't know. I'm not trans, so I don't know what these people go through on a daily basis. I'm just some fucking guy. So
I'm not trans. I'm just a guy who used to review comics on the Bed Webcomics Wikipedia, blah, 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 wiki, blah, 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 words. Bad Webcomics Wiki. See, I've had alcohol already. And most of the comics I got stuck on were video game oriented or trans oriented, and I don't care if I'm trans or not. Not every trans person is valid, but I will treat them as if they are because it's kind of a dick not to.
No, I agree with that 100%. I don't think that everybody who says that they're everything is valid, but I think you could just choose to. But I also don't really know what valid means. You know what I mean? I don't know what that.
Well, I mean, technically, anyone who gets the surgery is an invalid, so.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know what it means to be like to like be valid in what you identify with, because I don't. Think
Lovely Lily. Oh, sorry. Lovely Lily says, but think they should have their own sports division. I just want to state this, Lovely Lily. I would rather see a sports division where people can take any drugs that they want to for performance enhancing before I'd want to see a trans sports division. If you want to do a shit ton of steroids, I would want to see that shit. Trans League might be boring, so they might not get the funding. But then maybe add HRT on top of that, and then give these trans people a bunch of steroids and HRT. Give them their own sports division with the drug using public. I would love to see that. It would be amazing.
All right. Let's get this.
Do all the performance enhancers. You need to share screens, bud.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No, you're fine. But that's our stance. John and I differ on this. But because neither one of us is going to treat people like they're not people, we're good. Real quick, Lovely Lily says they should also have a non-binary those who want to use it. I don't like the new verbiage. I apologize, but I will use whatever someone requests of me. I'm going to state this right now. I think, honestly, shared bathrooms are just fucking weird. We were at 48 seconds, John. We're at 48 seconds in. Okay. I don't like shared bathrooms. I have disability-phobia. I don't like to undress in front of other people. That's due to certain things in my life. And I also am an asexual. So I don't like the idea of sharing a bathroom with anyone. So I think that, honestly, it should just be like gender-neutral bathrooms. Sure, women are going to take them, but, you know.
I want to have I want to change my pronouns, I think.
What are they going to be?
Poison/cloud.
You should make it Nick/her.
No, that's stupid and overplayed. I'm a poison.
No, but you should do it.
I'm a poison cloudkin.
I actually have my pronouns on Discord as were/was in honor of my favorite shooter.
Who's that?
That trans bitch who wanted to identify as a man went in and killed 3 elementary students and 3 adults, and then everyone was saying, her pronouns are were/was. You know, there's a lot of people who say they're trans and they're just going into the bathroom to see people naked. Like Jessica Valenti, perfect example, literally just wants to see people naked in restrooms and in changing rooms and in anything shared. And the more... why I say Jessica Valenti? That's the wrong fucking Jessica. That's the feminist bitch. Jessica Yaniv, I mean... formerly Jonathan Yaniv.
Yeah, I hate
and
that.
I do not mind dead naming that one.
Yeah, I don't like that guy.
They have an obsession with tampons, where they will ask about tampons, and if you go into like some of their darker moments, they once asked a bunch of women, cis women, what if a small child who is new to periods needs help putting in a tampon? How do I help a small child put a tampon in? It's like, I don't think you're ever gonna find that scenario. And he was like, but what if I do? What if I do?
You don't. How about that?
Remember, guys, if you like my based commentary, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/see-me. Please, please, please. I need to get out. I killed my cats. I need to buy more. Merch took my fucking cat, John.
I don't know where to put the chat. So it's visible.
Hold on. I have a solution to your problem.
What?
I have a solution to your problem.
Which is?
You put it above your head?
There. I just did.
By the way, I want to point out that there's a license plate right there that anyone can just search up who it is.
Do you want to do that while we listen to the first couple minutes?
Yeah. Let me go look up state's license plates. Let's go dox a motherfucker.
Yeah, let's dox somebody.
I have the capabilities.
We are a small team, just a couple people.
And it's all distributed?
It's what?
It's all distributed, as in it's all remote, pretty much? Or do you guys do you have any office space?
It's remote, yeah.
Got it. So when did you start, I guess, what got you into all this? I've always wanted to ask you. I know, I wrote about sort of the history of your Twitter account, but how did you get involved in politics?
If you watch any of my interviews, I talk about this all the time. But just, COVID radicalized me.
Yeah. In what way?
And they were like forcing us to wear masks and not letting us leave our homes.
And then this bitch is wearing a mask.
They're forcing us to wear masks and not letting us leave our homes, and then it's gonna pan right now.
Not letting us work and people losing their jobs, and then people now.
What I want to know is okay, so you were radicalized by by
Forcing a vaccine, an experimental vaccine, people dying from the vaccine.
you were radicalized by COVID, but so what does that have to do with all the trans shit that you're constantly screaming about all the time?
Well, you don't understand, John. Trans people need to know their place, you know?
So how did that get you interested in?
That's how these people see it.
Yeah, I agree. God damn it. Why can't I do it?
So that's like a specific license. That's a special license plate.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I can't find it on the state's license plate.
LGBTQ issues.
It got me interested in politics, and then once I was interested in politics, I stumbled upon this whole movement, and I was absolutely appalled by what I was seeing.
Yeah, women's bathrooms. As somebody who worked in bars for 10 years, women's bathrooms
Are disgusting.
are the worst fucking place in the world. They're the worst
I
places.
worked in a gas station. Every single month, a woman would throw out her pink panties into the feminine trash can. And I remember we figured out who it was because one woman got pregnant. She would just bleed right into her panties and then throw them out directly into the trash can.
That's
to
insane.
the left. And then one woman got pregnant, and we were able to suss out that she was definitely the one responsible because she got pregnant, and during the time that she was pregnant, no panties were thrown out. But she would come in and she would just bleed into them and throw them out in the fucking.
Why would you
washroom
do that
constantly.
in public? Why wouldn't you do that?
See, I don't know. And I remember one guy, he was gay. He touched them by accident, and he asked to go home.
I gotta go home.
I don't blame him, but it was really funny.
That is.
I
funny.
don't blame him. I would want to go home too. That would make me want to go home and have a juice box and suck on a binky. I'm not gonna lie. That's like I need to regress and not know what the fuck went on with that pair.
Appalled by what?
The radicalization of it, the way that they come after our most innocent and vulnerable population, or kids. The way that it makes there's nothing logical about it. There's nothing logical about chopping.
I do find it weird that these two who clearly don't like each other decided why don't we have like a conversation because it'll make us a lot of money on the internet. But instead of doing it in a nice clean studio with pristine audio that we clearly both can afford, why don't we do it in the middle of the street in some bullshit fucking town? With traffic driving by, and it'll be windy, and we won't be able to hear each other. And then what we could do is we could film it on an iPhone, and every time the wind blows, it'll go in the microphone.
Probably was?
What?
It probably was that neither one trusted the other one's studio, and so this is like.
So go to a neutral studio.
No, but this is probably like the neutral ground that they've picked.
Yeah. And then I guess it probably was like straight to fucking the internet. Like.
Yep.
All right. That makes
this
sense.
is probably
but
like.
Do it inside.
They had to argue.
Do it inside.
But they're not going to. They're not going to. Because any place that Alyssa would know she is a woman. But no, in all seriousness, it feels to me like both people don't trust the other well enough to pick a location. So maybe it was just a public location where either could walk away. I do. Is that a box of masks in the middle of them?
Yeah.
Of fucking course it is.
I think Taylor gave it to her at the beginning of the, like as a gift, which is very funny.
Amazing.
It's very funny. It's stupid, but don't worry.
They're both being very professional about this, though.
I guess. Yeah, I guess they're being kind of professional.
I will always remember when Alyssa
Up,
read
kids.
my card's W, and she said, "The cards say you're gay. Are you gay, see me?"
They did say.
And for a second,
they
I
did say
thought
that. They got up and they said that. Actually, they got up and they were like, "He's gay." They pointed
he
at
is
him.
a homosexual.
He's gay.
Oh my god, he's so gay. Like, you don't even know how much dick he sucked. Like, oh my fucking bejesus.
Just the tower.
Oh,
The-
I'll be your tower. John, I told chat you're the bottom because your dick's small and you're very fluffy and squishy.
I'm the bottom because I'm lazy.
No, you're the bottom because your dick's small and your asshole is fluffy and squishy.
No, I'm the bottom because I'm too
A lot of
tired.
fat of you. There's a whole lot of fat. There's more to love. Can I tell them? Can I tell them how much weight
Jesus
you weigh?
Christ. What?
Can I tell them how much you weigh?
Yeah, yeah. What do you? Number one, what do you think I weigh?
John weighs about 310 pounds.
No, I weigh 250 pounds.
John weighs 310 pounds.
I did weigh 350 pounds.
John,
about
stand
2
up. I
years
need
ago.
to see you. I need to see you. Okay, guys. Well, he's standing up. Judge him. Do you think he has a large pee-pee or a small pee-pee? Look at his pants.
My pants.
Look at his pants.
My pants are covered by a shirt, you idiot.
I think he has a
And
small
also,
pee-pee because
I
the shirt
say,
can cover him.
Hey, shut up! I gotta do stuff. I want to say thank you to WFO Racing for the 5 memberships. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. But
Oh, you don't have the thing on screen that says $250. You don't have the ransom on screen.
oh, I did have it on screen.
Yeah, I think you just moved the thing over top of it. By the way, thank you, WFO. I just want you to know I appreciate you. It's not enough for me to face reveal, but maybe I'll do a nose reveal.
You should definitely do a nose reveal.
I've already shown my my left eye. I have shown my left eye. It's baby blue. It's a nice eye. There. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I just want to say, with WFO, he's donated $100 to fucking stream. Can we get a listen here to do a tarot reading for WFO real quick?
I don't know if we can get her to do it today, but I will talk to her about doing it like over the weekend.
Yeah, like this motherfucker has paid so much money because he's thirsty for you, John. He wants that. He wants you to be his bottom.
I do appreciate it. It's crazy that you've done that.
You should call him daddy if he does it again.
My politics, I just want people to have a say over their own body. I agree. Smoke a little weed. I agree. On the way to my gay best friend's wedding with a gun in my purse. Yes, I agree with all that. While my tax dollars pay for universal health care. I agree with that as well.
I think that universal health care is a necessity for any country, but I'm also going to explain this real quick because I'm someone who explains this to so many people and funny. When universal health care exists, there's still paid health care. Paid health care doesn't go away just because universal health care exists.
Right.
Paid health care just becomes No. Shut the fuck up. Let me real quick. Paid healthcare becomes a commodity, and it becomes something that people get because they want it.
Right.
So it's nice because anyone can go to the hospital, even when the hospital says we can't let you in because we have other people for the next 8 months. You can still get paid health insurance, where you can still get better health insurance and better places that you can go to.
Right.
You can have the best of both worlds. It's just that we refuse to do that in this country. Like in England, let's say that you need healthcare. You're probably going to wait 4 months on their universal healthcare, but you can pay for a premium healthcare plan.
Yeah,
it's much more expensive than America.
My mom lives in Scotland right now, and it's she had to wait for a little bit for some stuff that she needed taken care of, but she was able to wait, and it was completely free.
And that's useful. And if you don't want to sit around and wait for an extended period of time, guess what? You can just go and get the better healthcare. You can pay for it.
Yeah.
Like both exist. Just because there's public healthcare doesn't mean there isn't private healthcare.
Right.
And public healthcare
Still
should be a
capitalist
necessity.
society. You could open
Yeah.
up a private hospital that only accepts like the in-hospital.
And there's a lot.
Whatever.
In Canada, there is an absurd amount of those.
Yeah.
And they are extremely successful for a fucking reason.
Because people take
We're
their
just
health
backwards.
seriously. And everywhere outside of America, people take their health seriously.
Look, all I'm saying is, hold on, let me open a beer.
All right.
Like
Body part.
this whole
Oh, I thought
argument.
you were I thought that
sorry.
was a joke.
Kind of. This whole idea that like private healthcare doesn't exist in these countries is fucking stupid. If someone ever tells you that like private healthcare doesn't exist in these countries, they're fucking stupid. What we need to start doing is paying less taxes for bullshit and start paying for our fucking healthcare. Get these billionaires to pay taxes. They don't pay taxes.
Liberal.
To quote a billionaire
Liberal.
from a video, why should I pay a millionaire's tax? I'm a billionaire. It's great.
Okay. All right. Let's
I believe in America.
There's nothing
And
wrong
if
with
you
the
want to
document
pay
that's
for
born in
healthcare, you go to
school.
buymeacoffee.com/see me.
There's two sexes,
right. Buymeacoffee.com/see me.
and that's it. So, anything out of that, it's just based on lies and nonsense.
Yeah. Did you grow up, I know you grew up in a sort of a more conservative community. Did you know any LGBTQ people growing up? What was your exposure to that community just in life prior to sort of understanding the world through politics?
I never really paid attention to it.
So you didn't have any LGBTQ friends or anything,
No.
family members?
No.
So your first exposure to the LGBTQ world was through basically learning about it through the media ecosystem?
Through themselves, actually. They would say exactly what their intentions are, what their whole movement is about.
Uh-huh.
So I learned about it through watching their own videos.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
can you pause this real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a 2010 Infinity X, and I have the VIN number.
What?
So it's a 2010 Infinity FX.
Wait.
I have the VIN number.
How do you have
in
the
front of
VIN
me.
number?
Because I'm good at what I do. So it's a 2010 Infinity FX. I'm not going to say the VIN number on stream, but I have it in front of me. So I'm seeing if I can find out if it belongs to one of them and see if they doxed some random poor soul here or not, okay?
So I just want to say Asimi 100% does have the VIN number. I've seen him get information from other about myself and other people with far less. So
this is interesting.
If he's saying that, it's 100% true.
So right now, this is a sport utility 4-door.
Yeah.
3.5 liter V6 DOHC 24V. It actually says manufactured in Tochigi, Japan. The age is 14 years old. I mean, come on. It's 5-speed automatic, rear-wheel drive, 4-wheel ABS, and it seats 5 people. But I have, you know what, John? I have the VIN number right in front of me, and I really want to know if they dox some random-ass person.
So
Because you're supposed to, in California, no less, you're supposed to cover license plates.
yeah.
So we might be able to report this video.
Get it taken down and them sued.
Let's do it.
What sort of videos were you watching? I mean, are you just
All
talking
the
about the
ones-
TikToks that you share and stuff?
And tons more on TikTok. It's all over TikTok.
Yeah.
Very easy to find.
Yeah. I'm curious, I feel like there's been, especially on, my colleagues have done great reporting on sort of like this rift on Twitter. I know that you have a very conservative fan base, and in your comments sometimes you'll see a lot of commentary about sort of the great replacement theory. What are your thoughts on that?
Hold on, can I explain the great replacement?
Hello?
Is that a yes?
Yeah. I paused it.
It's essentially the great replacement theory is something, there's many interpretations, but essentially the generic one is that you will eventually be replaced by people of different groups, that white people will be replaced by people of color or Jewish people or anything else that they can think of. It's just, scare tactics by the right.
Yeah.
To try and make everyone seem like something bad is going to happen to them.
Right. Exactly.
That's all. It's stupid shit. It's fear mongering. And if you ever want to see how bad it gets, just look up Charlottesville 2017. The Jews will not replace us, chanting that.
Wait, hold on. You thought that was bad?
What?
You thought that when you say like how bad it gets, you thought that was like scary?
No, the way that people take it.
Oh, because I thought that was hilarious. A bunch of nerds with pocket protectors and fucking Hawaiian shirts screaming,
"Oh yeah,
you will not replace us."
No, it was Jews will not replace us. Yeah,
Jews will not replace us. That was absurd. That was hilarious. That was not scary. It was
It did lead to several people getting injured for retarded reasons.
Good. I'm pro that. I'm pro people getting injured.
I hope you get injured. I hope you get a head wound.
Well, okay. I mean, me too. I hope that as well.
On your the comments on your post telling me to kill myself.
Horrible. Yeah.
The comments on your post telling me to kill myself. Well, fucking don't do it then, okay? If you just because you read a comment online doesn't mean that you have to kill yourself. You don't have
Someone on a comment online said I should try gay sex, so I tried it with like 35 dudes. And none of them got me off, really, but all of them, my asshole just clenched down on them, and I stopped trying it. But after like 35, I just got used to it. Oh God, let me tell you, so much semen everywhere.
I don't understand who gives a shit if somebody tells you to kill yourself.
I do.
You do?
Yeah. Because like think about it like this, right? If someone tells you to kill yourself, then you probably play video games with me because I probably told you to do it.
Yeah.
And in that case, you probably should definitely not do it because true. I don't want to catch these charges.
Right.
I only tell kids to do it, though, so it's okay.
Only the smallest and most
fragile
people children are told by a senior to go kill themselves.
I play a mobile game, and all I do is troll children in the mobile game because I played the mobile game, and it used to have more adults in it, and then the children rated it, and now most adults left. So I'm just a straggler who's stuck with this deception-based mobile game that has been completely fucking rated by children. Okay, so I found the owner of the vehicle. Okay. I'm not going to say who it is on stream. I'm not going to show you who it is because you might accidentally show it or say so. But it is not either of them.
Okay. So if it's not somebody involved in the production, if it's not the camera,
they have doxed someone random. But I have found the license plate. They've just doxed someone random for no fucking reason. Way to go!
That's hilarious.
Way to go!
Great job.
Way to go!
Mission accomplished.
We did it. Mission accomplished. We've lost control.
Oh, horrible. Obviously against that, yeah.
So will you come out and condemn that publicly?
Oh, I would condemn it any time. I'm against murdering anyone, of course.
So you're against death threats against me?
I'm a big, as somebody that's dealt with a lot of online harassment, I don't defend threatening to murder anyone. But I guess I'm curious,
That's not threatening to murder someone. That is saying to someone, murder yourself. And that is fine. I mean, like, it's mean. It's mean. But it is fine.
I mean, if you go to Canada, they'll do it for free.
Yeah.
They'll help you do it.
They'll pay for it.
They'll pay for it.
Because a lot of times it comes after an attack in the media, like someone like you or another journalist.
So are you saying that, like, if somebody posts something and then attacks follow, that person should answer for those attacks?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying that people like you tell me that all the time, so I'm just asking if you think the same thing.
Yeah, I don't think I have said that here, but I think it's kind of interesting, I guess, in the conservative movement, there's this ideology around sort of white nationalism, which is obviously kind of a hardline ideology that's generally been pretty critical of Jewish communities. And I'm wondering, as a Jewish woman, how do you feel about sort of aligning yourself with
Okay.
I'm wondering, as a Jewish woman.
Okay, I see where this is going. This is not going to be... So Taylor is already bringing out the identity politics.
Right.
Well, it's fun because Taylor Lorenz likes to point out when people aren't women when they argue with her. And she likes to play the sexist card. Have you ever seen that?
No, I've honestly, I have never seen anything about Taylor Lorenz.
I've seen a handful of arguments, and I've seen her pull out the sexist card for less than many things. And so bringing out the Jewish card, that I was not expecting. That I was not expecting. By the way, John, all I'm thinking, I have this urge. Do you mind if I make a noise on stream?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't know what that means.
That's been stuck in my head all day.
What? You get noises.
I've been watching Ethan Ralph.
Oh.
I've been watching Ethan Ralph all fucking day. Yeah. All I hear in my head is "Sui."
Sui.
Yeah. I tried to find Ethan Ralph's phone number so I could call him during the call segment. I was like, fuck it. I'll just have him call Nick Ricada. Problem solved.
I could probably get Ethan Ralph's phone number.
Can you get it?
Yeah, I could probably get it.
Because I'd want to send him an AI voice call from Sandra.
Okay. All
right. That man would definitely... All right, keep going.
People and accounts. You see this sort of
By the
rhetoric
way,
in your replies. And I only bring it up. I'm not saying that
I am the
you
owner of
necessarily
that
endorse that.
vehicle. That's how I was able to get the VIN number.
Oh, okay.
I was only able to get the VIN because I'm the owner of that vehicle.
They're in Chicago right now.
Yeah, Chicago, Illinois.
Not LA.
At 1060 West Addison, 60613. Yeah, no.
They went to Chicago to do this interview? Okay.
Well, that's a California license plate.
Yeah.
That is actually a specific California license plate as well. I don't know which one, but it is a California license plate. And It is, like I said, it's a 2010 vehicle. So it's an old ass vehicle that's well taken care of, actually. It's got low mileage and everything.
Nice.
It's pretty great.
Hell yeah.
Fun fact, Doog once wanted to go to John to ask for help on figuring out if someone was a pedo or an actual 17-year-old. And I instead found all of the kids' information for Doog. It was great. You know what? Yeah, I was in LA. At one point, my phone number was from 90009. I got it from that part of Los Angeles because it's an all Spanish-speaking part. So anyone who called my 323 phone number, specifically from that area, would get the wrong person. They would get the wrong person. They would start speaking Spanish, be like, oh, okay, I can just end the call. It's not who I want. where it's not someone who knows me. All right, sorry. Keep going.
Don't. But how do you kind of think about those nuances when you're thinking about kind of the audience that you're building?
Some of your audience says we should chop off kids' body parts. What do you think about that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like a girl says she wants to be a boy, so she chops off her breasts.
I'm a big, I believe in personal liberty and bodily autonomy personally.
So kids should be able to cut off their breasts if they think that they're boys.
I mean, I believe in gender ideology. I guess I personally, my feeling is that I believe in personal liberty. I grew up in a town where a lot of people for their middle school graduation, women got nose jobs. I knew somebody that got a boob job at age 14. And I guess I struggle to kind of understand the criticism when there's certainly no criticism of that sort of thing, right? But then there's criticism of this other sort of gender affirming, stuff.
Hold on real quick.
So you're comparing
Yeah.
No one should ever get plastic surgery when they're a child.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think, I don't know. But I also, that's where everything gets so dicey, is like the whole, like, like medical procedures.
Children shouldn't be allowed to get tattoos. Children shouldn't be allowed to get.
I disagree with that. I think children should be allowed to
surgery.
get tattoos, especially on their face. Almost primarily on their face. I think children should be allowed.
Yeah, I'd love to see teenagers who get the cum dumpster tattoo on their face. like why not?
Hell yeah.
Oh. Yo, so
so lovely Lily.
If I was a doctor, go ahead.
Dang Asimi has that woman investigator intuition on lock. Which is so funny.
Because I'm a trans man. I was born a woman.
That's I feel like that's I don't know why, but I feel like that's transphobic to say. I feel like you saying that you've retained some sort of womanly properties as a man, like that seems transphobic.
Yeah, see, I was born a little girl, and then I cut off my tits at the age of 13, and now they'll never grow back.
Yeah, Evan O'Brien says, doesn't a doctor take the oath, do no evil? I mean, like, evil's...
It's called the Hippocratic Oath, and now it's the Hippocratic Oath.
And also, they don't use the Hippocratic Oath anymore because evil is relative and kind of difficult to define depending on who you are. Cause
when did they stop using the Hippocratic Oath? When did they stop using the Hippocratic Oath?
I don't know. Look it up. You have a computer. You're sitting in front of one, right?
You can't even use yours.
Yeah, I know. I'm stupid. I'm a dumb person. Doog!
So they still use it.
But isn't it like optional or something?
Some schools don't do it because it's outdated, but
yeah, so
a lot of places have just updated it.
So they updated it. It's no longer the same one.
Do you know what the Hippocratic Oath is?
I know parts of it. I'm not a doctor, so I don't give a shit. But I know that there are parts of it that are like kind of like stupidly and loftily written, like the do no evil thing. It's subjective. A lot of people would say that doing any kind of medical procedure is evil because it goes against God. It's a stupid thing to say. Do no evil. It could mean anything.
No, it's specifically about hurting others. It's about not torturing them.
Yeah, that's what it's about. But when you say do no evil, if you okay, let's say this. Let's say there is a God.
Can I read you the Hippocratic Oath?
No. Can you just focus on the fucking...
Let me read it to you.
...conversation that we're having right now?
No, I can't. Well, we started this at 7, and we're already only 6 minutes. Oh, wait, not 7.
Okay, go ahead. Read the Hippocratic Oath.
No, the main problem is the fact that children now want more autonomy, and that it mentions God a couple times. But I swear by Apollo the physician and Asclepius the surgeon, likewise Hygiea and Panacea, and call all the gods and goddesses to witness that I will observe and keep this underwritten oath to the utmost of my power and judgment. I will reverence my master who taught me the art. Equally with my parents, will I allow him things necessary for his support, and will consider his sons as brothers. I will teach them my art without reward or agreement, and I will impart all my acquirement, instructions, and whatever I know to my master's children, as to my own, and likewise to all my pupils, who shall bind and tie themselves by professional oath, but to none else. With regard to healing the sick, I will devise and order for them the best diet, according to my judgment and means, and I will take care that they suffer no hurt or damage. Nor shall any man's entreaty prevail upon me to administer poison to anyone. Neither will I counsel any man to do so. Moreover, I will give no sort of medicine to any pregnant woman with a view to destroy the child. Abortion is, yeah. Further,
Sounds
I will
gay!
report to myself and use my knowledge in a godly manner. I will not cut for the stone, but will commit that affair entirely to the surgeons. Whatsoever house I may enter, my visit shall be for the convenience and advantage of the patient, and I will willingly refrain from doing any injury or wrong from falsehood, and in an especial manner from acts of an amorous nature, whatever
I'm
may
not
be
going
the rank
to
of those
rape my
who it may
patients.
be my duty to cure, whether mistress or servant, bond or free. It's almost done.
Okay.
Whatever in the course of my practice I may see or hear, even when not invited, whatever I may happen to obtain knowledge of, if it not proper to repeat it, I will keep sacred and secret within my own breast. If I faithfully observe this oath, may I thrive and prosper in my fortune profession, and live in the estimation of posterity, or on breach thereof, may the reverse be my fate. But the idea is you will not poison your patients, you will not harm your patients,
Right.
and you will specifically not do anything that you cannot guarantee will not harm an unborn child. The reason we don't use this oath anymore
Can
is
you
because
let me talk?
children want autonomy.
Can you let me talk?
I'm almost
Because
done. I'm almost done.
Okay. Go ahead.
I let you talk for an hour past the time you told me to come on.
Okay, Asimi, get over it. You haven't made me fucking wait for things.
I will never get over it.
Good.
I will. Make
now
you
I
wait
don't
longer.
feel bad.
Fuck you. I'm almost.
Now
done
I'm
anyway. But
happy
no,
that we waited an
reasons-
extra hour.
Kill yourself, John. Anyway, so no, to give you an idea, the main reason it's outdated is because it gives no autonomy to children, and they define poison vaguely, so they can use anything as poison, but also with abortion in particular, to any pregnant woman, medicine to any pregnant woman that can't be verified that won't hurt children. But abortion would hurt the child.
So basically, all the most important parts of the Hippocratic Oath that don't make any sense, that people clung on to for in conversation that the layman knows, do no evil, don't give people poison. All of that stuff is vaguely worded and retarded.
Oh no, what I just read you was the exact thing. The do no evil is not said in any of the original Hippocratic Oaths.
So do no evil.
That's my point.
But also do not give anybody poison. Do not and then what are the parts against against God?
It says that you will follow God when you're giving people medicine.
Okay,
and that is
which
to
God?
Listen to your deity.
Which God?
It's Greek.
So
Greek.
So
it's
again,
a Greek oath.
Which
it
God?
Specifies.
There's multiple.
It literally specifies in the Apollo the Asclepius the surgeon, likewise Hygiea and Panacea, and call all the gods and goddesses to witness. it's vague. That's kind of my point.
So it's
the problem is they just need
it's been altered, which means that the original one is no longer used. Now, Evan O'Brien asked me a specific
it just needs to be fixed.
Evan O'Brien asked me so he says, okay, it's do no harm, not do no evil. Harm is relative.
Correct.
Harm is relative. It's not a precise term. People wouldn't say, oh, you've harmed me. Okay, well, what does that mean?
Stop! You violated the law.
Exactly. But also, Evan O'Brien asked me, specifically asked me, wait, evil is relative and no longer objective. It's never been objective. It has always been relative. Evil is defined by the person who thinks that evil is being done onto them. Muslims think that, extremist Muslims think that what they're doing is righteous and for God. They think that they are fighting against evil. Us, as the victims of terrorist attacks, think that what they're doing is evil. So who's fucking evil? If both of us are the good guys, then it's relative, right?
Yeah, but I will also say I prefer one thing from MASH for how doctors should look at it and surgeons in general, which is ours not to reason why, ours but to do and die.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is you just you don't question your patients. You don't question your enemy.
Which I wish more doctors would live by the not questioning your patients thing, so I could get some cool drugs instead of all these fucking being told that when I'm in pain, just take Advil. No, I want
no poison.
I want Percocet. I want a lot of them.
I have a paper cut on my finger. Can I get Percocets for a paper cut on my finger?
You should be able to. 100%. You should be able to walk into any doctor's office and say, "Hey," you'd be able to walk into a pharmacy and say, "Hey, I want some Percocet," and they should give you Percocet.
I should be able to go to anyone and get Xanax too, right?
Yes. And abortion drugs.
I'll tell Ethan Ralph you said that. But yeah,
being
but
allowed
what I'm saying, the Hippocratic Oath, the problem is that it's outdated not because it's a bad oath, but because it was written for a different time when no one wanted abortion. We're now overpopulated. Money is a problem. At the time that it was written, it was a good oath, and now it's just not because we're giving more autonomy to people. It just needs to be reworded, and then it's good to go.
Exactly.
That's why they have different variants of the Hippocratic Oath, and that's why it's so important. Because they just don't want doctors, because doctors learn so much about the body. A doctor would be a good torturer. That's fucked.
Evan says you could get abortion drugs from Texas for absolutely free. Good. I don't care. I'm not being aborted.
That wasn't actually put in the top chat. That was actually a censored message.
Oh. Well, it got through.
No, I mean, it was put in the live chat. There's top chat and live chat. Top chat is the default.
Right.
Cool kids go to live chat.
Ah, okay. Well, it didn't come through on live chat either.
Yeah. It did. If you go to top chat, his message doesn't come in.
No, what I'm saying is I'm looking at... Oh, okay. I'm an idiot. Damn.
Yep. I know you are, but what am I? Also an idiot because we're friends.
To chop off his penis to a teenage.
That's a strong thing to come back on. To chop off his penis. Yeah, I don't think anybody...
Can I chop off your penis?
No,
You know what? Can we get matching chopped off penis surgeries? Can we get matching neo-vaginas?
I'm good on that. I'm all right.
I want the one that smells like fecal matter.
I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm okay on that.
Lovely Lily. On the chat box, you should see this thing that says top chat. Click that. Click live chat.
All right, you ready to watch a couple more minutes of this before we start yelling at each other again?
Yeah, just keep.
Girl getting a nose shot.
Well, just to be extra clear, I don't believe that 13-year-olds are able to make those sort of medical decisions.
Minors are, yeah.
Oh, really? And where?
Children's National Hospital in D.C. gives 16-year-olds hysterectomies.
Oh, 16-year-olds.
They gave me that. They told me that directly. They said 16 girls and younger. That's what they said. So hysterectomies. There are.
Hysterectomies are not a trans-affirming procedure. That's a medical procedure. 16-year-old girls, some could need a hysterectomy. This is an insane thing to fucking say. It sounds so fucking stupid. What?
Cancer.
Yes.
Cancer.
Exactly. And other issues. Intravenous leiomyomatosis. I forget other ones, but that,
AIDS.
Yeah, AIDS. Well, no, I don't think you would need a hysterectomy for AIDS. All right. The puberty.
Maybe not good for AIDS. I just want to see if you agree.
The puberty meds make it so that you have to eventually get one as a woman. But I don't think.
Yes.
I don't think Alyssa wrote lead sausage. Cutting off penises.
Hey guys, can I just tell you how the sausage is made? So what they do is they take a part of your arm and they tie a little bit of a knot, and then they let the blood slowly go through so that they can make like a blood sausage in your arm, and then they remove that and attach it to your vagina to make you have a penis.
Which I think is cool.
You'll never see neo-penis porn, which is a very commonly requested porn category, believe it or not, solely because you can't really fuck with it. It's very difficult. It doesn't work.
Probably also doesn't really feel good.
Are definitely minors. I know for sure as young as 12 who are
great.
getting double mastectomies. They definitely allow vaginoplasties for minors.
Hold on. Evan asked a question. Can I answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
So So I've been paying attention to this category for a long time. If you weren't here earlier, I used to be someone on the Bad Webcomics Wiki, so I used to contribute shit. And I won't say my username because that will lead to my real name. Anyway, the reason why you can't get a penis transplant is specifically because it will not function properly with the body because there's so many specific things that go to it. And I can't explain the penis exactly, but I will say with the vagina, there was an attempt to make someone have a vagina in the 1800s. And the first man to ever get eggs put inside of him, his body rejected the eggs multiple times. And so he eventually would die because his body kept rejecting the eggs. And as a result, he did just straight up die from it. And his body rejected the artificial womb as well. Your body will fight against anything that it sees as invasive. And a penis would be invasive to some degree. You're not supposed to have one if you were born a female. Your body is going to try and keep whatever it's supposed to be intact.
Hell yeah.
And your body will fight against stuff that it's not supposed to as well.
I want my penis to be fought by my body. My penis would kick the shit out of the rest of my body.
Alopecia is a perfect example where your system decides to fight against your hair, so your hair falls out. Alopecia is fucking awful to deal with for some people, and they end up with hair that has patches in it. And it's all body hair in that case. There's literally people who, like, they get pregnant and their body thinks that whatever the fuck their, like, the child isn't supposed to be there, so it kills the child. Like, there's a lot of examples of why that won't work. A liver is supposed to be there.
My body would.
You can
if
get
a
a
baby
liver
was inside my body would kick the shit out of that too.
Yeah. You know, are you like
fuck
Mersh? Does your liver look like a dead? Does your liver look like a dead African child?
No, my liver is probably healthy. See, like every test that I've gotten recently says that it's my liver's good.
My liver's enlarged. It's great.
That's not good. You should take care of yourself. Drink some water.
Okay,
And
Mom.
phalloplasties. I'm not aware of a specific case of a minor, but they allow 18-year-olds.
Yeah, which has,
Okay,
18-year-olds,
so-
you're an adult. But let's just get back to the Great Replacement stuff, because I'm curious, what are your thoughts on that whole ideology?
I mean, how many? There were times
There were
that there were some months over the past 3 years that there were more illegals coming into our border than children being born in the U.S. Does that not look like they're trying to replace us?
I guess sort of imagine
bringing in
America
a whole
as
new population.
a melting pot. Isn't that sort of what America was founded
No,
on?
but they're actually bringing in more people than are actually being born.
So I guess it sounds like you sort of do ascribe to this theory of the Great Replacement. How does that make
I just
you
look at the
feel?
facts and the numbers.
Well, so, I mean, just let's give a corollary, right? A lot of
Hey,
Jewish
John,
people
can you
fled,
pause this for a
Europe,
second?
came over here also as immigrants.
Yeah. What's up?
You just sent me "Are You Good?" by the way.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to find this. John, can you play this on screen? Because this is what I'm thinking of right now, like listening to their answers.
Yeah.
Just it's 6 seconds long, and I want to point out that the answer from the previous
Name
person
an
on the
animal
board is
with-
the top answer.
All right.
Name an animal with 3 letters in its name.
Alligator.
Name an animal with 3 letters in its name.
Alligator.
Fucking
The first person said frog. Like I'm listening to them talking, and that's how I feel they're answering the questions.
alligator.
You get what I'm saying? Like they're
That's like it's 4 syllables.
they're going
It's more syllables than what they
Yeah.
asked for.
Like the first person said frog, and if you noticed, they got 28 points because they only got one question where they answered anything remotely close. Like it's just reminding me of the Family Feud moments like that. Like they're trying to answer each other's questions, but they clearly don't understand the other person's questions,
No, they're
and they try to deflect when they.
they're
No,
intentionally.
I'm telling you, they're bullshitting.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
They're
intentionally.
bullshitting each other because they don't know what the question is.
No, they do know what the question.
I like how Evan
I
already
disagree.
answered.
I disagree. Yeah,
They're
Kat-
retarded and they're women, so they don't know what the question is.
No, I disagree with you. I think
Lonely
they-
world for a little cat dog.
I think they do know what the question is, like how and exactly how to answer the questions. They're just being purposefully obtuse about everything to obfuscate what they don't like. Their really shitty beliefs, because they both hold.
No,
like,
I think
the
that they
most
don't.
shitty beliefs.
I genuinely
And they know
believe
that
they
they're
do
shitty.
not know what the question is. Halfway through the answer, they figure it out, and they're like, "Oh, that's what they meant," and they just keep going with it. Because you notice their answer like evolves halfway through each time.
Yeah, because they're lying.
It's like they're
That's-
speaking different languages.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're speaking different languages, and they're.
I'm
also,
saying they're so stupid that they don't know what the other person is saying, really, until halfway through their answering. Like there is a disparity between what they're hearing and what they're thinking.
Yeah, I like. I could see why you would think that. I just don't necessarily agree.
They are lying, but I also think that like sometimes they're asked one question, like, "Oh well, I lived in a place with people who got surgery at 14 that it was just minor plastic surgery," and it's like, there's no such minor plastic surgery.
Yeah, there is.
Like not really.
Corrective, like a corrective minor like plastic surgery on like somebody's nostril. Yeah, that's like it's not.
Yeah, but that can lead to serious problems. You know,
like what? Any
it's not.
any procedure.
I'm not saying it's not major.
You are saying it's not.
I'm not saying it's not. Sorry, I'm not saying it's major. I'm saying it's not minor. It's just kind of a neutral thing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's in between.
Yeah, I guess. But I would say to you that like that's like probably like some like removing of scars. That would be pretty minor. There's not a lot like it's outside of infection.
Yeah, but
nothing.
Not the stuff that they're mentioning though.
Yeah, no, not the stuff. That
the stuff that was mentioned was minor.
Not cutting off your penis or skin grafting a new penis out of your arm flesh.
Hysterectomy.
Hysterectomy is not.
You know, I want to get plastic surgery where they remove. I want them to blind me. I want them to just straight up blind me.
Oh yeah, why?
Remember, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/see so that you can help pay for my future blindness treatments.
I could do that for free.
That way
you go outside, you find me a sharp stick, I got you, bud.
And there's a lot of criticism towards Jewish people in those movements, in those far-right movements. So I'm just wondering, as a Jewish woman, sort of how you feel about that and your role in cultivating this fan base. That
did you say so you could get a handicap parking space? So they'd let you drive while you're blind. That's so stupid.
I had beer in my mouth. You ever see Boondocks? There's that one episode with the guy who's blind who keeps hitting everyone's car.
Yeah.
With his car.
Yeah.
That's what that goals. Fucking goals.
That's awesome. I gotta watch. I've been rewatching the Boondocks at work.
Fucking goals. Yeah, I love that one, especially because like he might be a black samurai. Wait, he ain't a samurai. He's just blind. God, I love that episode. I just specifically made sure to like at everyone for this stream.
Yeah. Because
not enough people are watching.
Oh, you got 7 people in here. It's not terrible. It was higher before, but then we started yelling at each other. And then you decided to read the Hippocratic
Let's yell at each other again!
I don't think people like it.
The Hippocratic Oath is worthwhile, okay?
Think of you as a minority or an outsider.
Not all cultures are equal. Yeah.
So I know you have a lot of concerns about educational materials and books, library books and things, especially...
They're importing people who want to destroy America.
She's like ready to move on.
Evan, do me a solid. Go to this guy, right? Go to this guy on YouTube. His name is Asimi James, and just click that subscribe button.
Yeah, subscribe to Asimi.
He's not as good. He's not as good as JBBN.
No,
but that man is fucking hysterical.
Two very different people.
I would rather go to the Asimi has left the chat because he's promised to make some retarded videos as soon as he's fully able to use the community options to spread his stuff and also not get in trouble at like the slightest issue. So two channels. I love both.
Go subscribe.
That second one's better.
Go subscribe to them.
Go subscribe to Asimi James, and Asimi has left the chat.
America.
All right, keep it going.
And who come here and do not stand for what America stands for. So
you know what I just realized?
And we see
they have like the same ear shape.
Yeah, they're the same person.
Like, look at her shirt. Look at her.
It looks like she's wearing a shirt of herself. I'm not joking when I say that. They have the same lips. They have the same nose. They have the same You can't see her eyes because.
Do you think they have the same lips in the pants as well, or do you think Taylor might be a trans woman?
I think they're the new. I think the shocking twist of this all is that they're both trans women.
Woo! I got a subscriber. Thank you, Evan.
That's awesome, Evan. Thank you.
I got 2 subs.
Hell yeah!
I love you guys. BRB, killing myself. I got 2 on the other channel too. Hell yeah.
So I got I really got it for Alyssa because she loves this kind of shit. But I was like, when it comes, you have to use it like on me, and it was one of those those like little things that go in your ear and you can see inside your ear and pull out the wax.
Yeah.
And dude, she cleaned out my left ear, and she pulled out a chunk of wax, no lie, the size of like an unpenciled eraser. It was so fucked up how impacted my ear was.
And you know what? It's so cool to see the shapes that they make too.
Yeah.
It is so cool. Hi, I'm Alyssa. Nice to see you, Shadow Gamer 644. No, it's so cool to see the shapes. I'm kind of weird in that like I like other people cleaning my ears more than I like doing it because I don't like sticking anything in my ear either.
Yeah.
And my ex used to do it all the time, and she'd scoop it out and she'd make sure that I would like be able to see what she scooped out.
Yeah.
And there'd be points where like it just looks like it was a scoop that looked like a miniature ice cream scoop. There's points where like you have to scoop it like it's ice cream because otherwise you will not be able to pull it out.
Right. That's
it's the most fascinating fucking thing. Yeah.
No, not the candle. It's
Well,
it's
with
like a little
yours,
camera on. It's like a little camera on a stick. I'm sorry, Lovely Lily is asking like what it is. And it's a little camera.
No, I see.
On a stick with like a little spoon on it, and it like fucking literally goes in and like you can see in deep inside your ear, and then you can like use it to scoop out like the wax in your ear. And I know this is gross and it has nothing to do with what we're watching, but like I can hear out of my left ear now so much better than I could before. And,
what?
Yeah, and like
what?
Stop. Stop yelling.
What?
So talking to Asimi and having him in my like I could hear his voice in a different way than I've ever heard, and it's giving me a headache, and I hate him.
All around me are familiar faces.
All right.
Worn out places. Worn out faces. Bright and early for the daily races. Going nowhere. Going nowhere. And I find it kind of funny. I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the ones I'm fucking my dad. I find it hard to tell you. I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very
mad world.
See it. There's time after time after time after time. They come in, they're destroying our cities, they bring crime with them, and they are bringing them in to replace us. And yeah, I think people from various countries, they're all different.
So, just back to the sort of education stuff, I know that you're interested in removing a bunch of books from libraries that you consider inappropriate. I was just wondering, out of all the books that you've sort of tried to get removed, how many have you read?
I've read a couple of them.
Which ones?
Genderqueer. I've read This Book is Gay.
I've read this one book, and it was so good.
It had a giant penis in the
middle
of it. And it's
Welcome to Asimi's ASMR.
Welcome to the ASMR.
Welcome to Asimi's ASMR.
We should do an ASMR reading of This Book is Gay together. But I'll start at the end of the book and you start at the beginning of the book.
Okay.
Wait, can I do the end because I can read it backwards like it's a Japanese novel?
Okay. Yeah.
Like I read manga. I can read right to left.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's do it.
that.
Let's do it next, and we'll do the whole book, and there'll be a point where we both meet up, and then we just keep going anyway. Great. We'll say it's bilingual.
Yeah.
It's English and Jap. Yeah.
The shadow of the camera guy looked like he had a cocktail that had a huge umbrella in it. It had a huge cock in it,
I'm
Evan.
just saying.
It was a gigantic penis.
I want a huge cock. I want your huge cock, Daddy Johnny.
Flamer. I've read. What were some of the other ones? My Shadow is Pink. It Feels Good to Be Yourself. There's so many more. Tons of them.
How do you kind of square? Would you say? I feel like you.
There's so many.
I love how she was like, oh, well, which ones of the books that you want to ban have you read? And she's like, I've read a couple of them. And then she names all of them. Because she didn't read any of them.
Well,
It's a lie. It's just a lie.
The funny thing is, can you real quick rewind it to when she's listing them, just so that you can see like she's trying to remember them off the top of her head.
Right.
Like this is a huge political point for her, is banning books.
Yeah.
And listen to her listing them. She doesn't remember the names immediately. Like this is the kind of question it's a slam dunk. You just tell them, I read these books.
Right.
But she has to wait. Like, watch.
I was just wondering, out of all the books that you've sort of tried to get removed, how many have you read?
I've read a couple of them.
Which ones?
Genderqueer. I've read This Book is Gay. I've read Flamer. I've read.
She's lying. She hasn't read any of these
other
things.
No, she hasn't read a single one of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is clear lying. Now, I'll be honest. I think we should ban all gay literature. We should ban all literature. I
hold
believe
on,
what Rose
oxymoron
Millay
right
was
there.
saying.
Gay literature.
Rose Millay.
What do you mean, gay
Rose
literature?
Millay
All
said.
literature is
Rose
gay.
Millay said that there should be no literature. It should all be video essays. We are living in the 21st century. There should be no more literature made. It should all be video essays. Video essays are the future because we are a retarded generation and trying to... Sorry, what was I thinking again?
You were saying that...
No, like, if you haven't seen... No, I know.
Who are you?
Wait, what?
What?
Rose Millay unironically goes on to Twitter constantly, and whenever someone says books, she gets offended because she thinks that reading books is a waste of time. So she will unironically explain how literature is bad. And that's her whole political standpoint, is that literature bad. It should all be turned into video essays. Video essays are what people pay attention to.
No.
I love it. I think that she's going places. Probably hell, probably the psych ward, but those are places.
Yeah, I hope she goes to both of those places.
My Shadow is Pink. It Feels Good to Be Yourself. There's so many more. Tons of them.
How do you kind of square? Would you say? I feel like you are, or at least I feel like you've spoken about free speech before and the need for free speech, and sort of supported Elon Musk's sentiments in that area. Would you say that you're a free speech supporter?
Yeah.
So how do you square the sort of being this free speech supporter with wanting to ban literature?
What kind of literature?
Any kind of literature. I mean, I would think that
What
if
kind of
you're-
literature am I trying to ban?
Oh, I thought you were just trying to say that you have, I mean, you've made an effort to get books removed from schools.
What kind of books?
Books dealing with LGBTQ people and sexual
No, that's not
education.
what I said.
Oh, so you're not trying to get any books banned from school?
That's not what I said either.
Okay, why don't you explain to me how you're thinking about this?
You just accused me of wanting to ban books. What kind of books am I trying to ban?
You tell me.
I'm not trying to ban
explanation.
But you're not.
I'm not
She's
trying
just
to
wearing a
ban
mask.
anything.
So hold on, John. Let me explain. Evan, the reason why is because the entire reason Libs of TikTok exists is because it was during COVID that she was radicalized because of being forced to wear masks. So she was gifted a bunch of masks by Taylor Lorenz. That's why there's masks on the table, and that's why Taylor Lorenz is wearing a mask. And then, if you can tell, she's wearing a shirt of Taylor Lorenz crying. And this is how they decide to insult each other. John, stop wiping your face. It's already sexy enough. You don't need to wipe it off.
I'm just so sweaty.
Let the sweat just calm down. Maybe if you washed your hair more than once every year.
I literally washed my hair today.
So,
and I put some product
it's
in it.
jabs at each other.
Which is why it's a little oily.
What product?
I put...
Did you know that the devil wears product?
No, the devil wears Prada.
The devil wears product.
I
mean, to be fair, lovely Lily, I think children's literature should be more moderated because we let children read fucked up shit all the time.
We let children do a ton of fucked up shit. We let them do so much fucked up shit. I was 11 years old and I watched a man get sucked into a fucking bed and then spat out into the ceiling as a column of blood. Okay? I was 11 fucking years old when I saw Freddy Krueger for the first time.
I knew you were going to go and say something about that. Let me explain real quick. I think that the problem that we have isn't so much LGBT literature. I think the problem is that a lot of teachers push people to read LGBT literature. It should, if it appeals to you, you should read it. If it doesn't, you shouldn't. You should never be forced to. Like, one of my favorite poems is "We Wear the Mask," and is the reason why I like to wear masks. As one of the reasons I like anonymity. "We Wear the Mask" is literally about slavery and attempting to try and make the best of a bad situation. And is one of my favorite allegories for some of the cruelty of mankind. And I was never told to read poetry like that. I just found it and it spoke to me on a deeper level. Right. I'm white, by the way. But
we're all slaves.
I think that the problem
level, right?
we have... Shut the fuck up, you Irish potato.
I'm not Irish.
So
I'm
my
Scottish.
problem... Shut the fuck up, you Irish potato. My real problem with school literature isn't that we're banning stuff or that we're not banning stuff. I think what the problem we're having right now is that LGBT literature is being pushed to the forefold. And we need to allow kids to just read whatever speaks to them.
We should, you know what books should be banned from school and not because, what's up, Carafro? What book should be banned from school and not because it's gay or anything like that or it's inappropriate?
What?
Catcher in the Rye. That book sucks so much cock. It's not even fucking funny. I fucking hate
shut
that
the fuck
book.
up. No,
you're stupid. You're stupid for liking it.
No. It's a bad book, but hear me out. If anyone ever says, I relate to this book, you know they're retarded and you shouldn't ever hang out with them. It's a fucking litmus test. If someone says, I relate to this book, you see... And I live by that.
But
I have lived by that for 12 years.
But that's also why I don't think we should be banning the Confederate
flag. That's not a joke.
I'm not joking about
it's an I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
It's an I'm an asshole alert. If someone says I believe in the Confederate flag, they are an asshole.
I also think that the only part of that book that sucks is the pedo part. No, the entire book sucks. It's just some fucking whiny bitch crying about everybody being phonies, and I gotta read it again. I guess that's what I'm doing this fucking week. Just fucking reading.
Look, real quick. Let me explain something real quick, okay? So there are red flags and there are nearly red flags, right? Catcher in the Rye, that's nearly a red flag, okay?
Yeah.
If they say they read Atlas Shrugged, that's a red flag right there. You read Art of the Deal, you thought it was fantastic, that's a red flag right there. But you know there is a super red flag. It's a good book, but if you say that you relate, because Trump didn't write it, he paid someone else to write it.
I know,
for him,
that's why it's funny.
And with his ideas. Yeah. But there is one book that if someone says, I think that this is a good book, you should never trust them, and you should kill them. You should stone them to death. And do you know what it is?
What?
Lolita.
Yes, agreed. Don't even have to think about it.
If
Not even for a
anyone,
second.
if anyone unironically says Lolita, I relate to this, then you should stone them to death. Because the whole point of Lolita is it's a shock book made. Oh, go ahead, John.
It's basically Lolicon. In literature, it's
Lolita.
basically pornographic depiction.
You ever read it?
No, but I've seen the movie.
I've read it. I know
that the book is worse.
The main. Well, yeah, that's the point of the book. The movie's worse because it doesn't explain. The whole point of the book is that everything is from the perspective of the rapist who was raping this child.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is no longer a monetized video, John. I've said the word. And so the whole perspective of the book is from this person who's going to essentially be convicted, and he's explaining how this child infatuated him, and how this child got him to do all these things, and how this child is responsible. But everything is from his perspective. The entire book is from his perspective, so it's skewed in perspective. The point of the book is that he's an awful person, and that you shouldn't believe a single fucking word he says. In my opinion, if someone ever says that they think that Lolita is something they can relate to, you don't ask questions, you don't say anything. You find the nearest heavy object that you could. No. You find the nearest heavy object. You break their arms. You break their legs. You break their genitalia, and then you start smashing them in the chest. Duct tape their mouths shut if you have to, but you torture them into a slow and painful death, because if you read that book, every single thing in that book is despicable.
Yeah.
The character is meant to be the most despicable kind of person possible.
You can like the book.
The movies... Oh, you can.
Yeah.
Just don't say it's relatable.
No, it's not relatable. It's disgusting.
It's meant to make you wince in pain. It's meant to make you feel immense amounts of like being bothered.
On the other hand, the book that you should read, that should be in school, probably the only book that you should be allowed. Well, two books: Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk and Post Office by Charles Bukowski.
Yes.
Those should be the only books that they teach in school. Your job is bad.
Can we all...
And you're never going to be happy. And the thing that could bring you to happiness is probably sex and booze. Sorry. Go ahead.
Can we agree to burn... No, you're good. Can we agree to burn all copies of Fahrenheit 445? If we can burn all copies of that...
That's actually like on my...
That movie is...
to read list.
That book is about why book burning bad.
Yeah.
Why book burning bad. I think we should burn all...
all the copies of it.
So I'm saying, anything that weeds up people, but like... There are red flags, but if anyone ever says, I relate to the main character in Lolita, you should pick up the first stone that you see, and you should start immediately bashing their brains in, or slowly torturing them.
Right.
Like, there is no coming back from that. You cannot explain that. The whole point of the book is to make the character seem bad. There's a great video essay on Lolita, and the entire thing will make you uncomfortable. But I read it all. Because there was someone I knew who I was pretty sure was a pedo. And he... Oh, fuck. I forgot that Lana Del Rey actually made a song about it. I'm going to try to find this real quick. There's a really good...
Do you want...
Okay, I found it. Keep talking.
Do you want to just stop watching? Because this is fucking boring me now. Do you want to stop watching this and look up just Pearly?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna
moments.
Yeah, I'm gonna post real quick in the chat the Lolita video that explains the discourse.
How long is that video?
So if anyone's curious, like it's an hour and 40 minutes, we won't get through it.
No.
But if anyone wants to know more about Lolita, I'm gonna post in the chat though. Okay. Like, so if anyone wants to bookmark it for later, you good with that?
Yeah.
If you want to watch a video on Lolita and why it's a problematic book, that video perfectly describes it. It's called The Problem with Lolita Adaptations. And what's amazing about it in particular is that it describes a lot of the problems with Lolita as a book, as well as describing why the adaptations are bad. And the problem is, you can never make an adaptation that's one for one to the book because we live in America, and Lolita doesn't come from America.
I feel like Lovely Lily
We would never allow it in our system.
Is like 10 minutes behind.
Probably.
Yeah.
There's been points where I've been behind too. Like right now in the stream, I'm 1 minute behind.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, she's definitely behind.
Yeah. Hopefully she'll catch up.
Uh,
All right, you ready to watch some fucking cringe, bro?
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I do have to ask you about, because in between the time that we booked you to come on the show and you actually coming on the show, you had a guy called Nick Fuentes. That you interviewed.
Nick.
Yeah. And then you did an interview with this guy. Like, this is not a guy we would ever have on because he's a racist, Holocaust denying.
Hold on, can you
piece of
pause
shit.
it?
Yeah.
Can you pause it? I will not allow them to insult Catboy Supreme, the leader of the Cum Detectives himself. They should not insult Nick Fuentes, okay? Okay? They should stone him.
No.
Fucking Mexican.
I love Nick.
Anyway,
He's very funny.
So Nick Fuentes is a Mexican who hates his father. His father's a Mexican, his mother's white. He passes as white, so he is a white supremacist.
Right.
And he goes and talks about how his father's a terrible person.
He sucks.
He's Latino, so if he
does
spends
suck.
too much time in the sun, he would literally become tan. But he's an awful human being who genuinely
The Cum
pushes his
Detective.
opinion on other people. No one likes him. Not even people around him. Everyone around him uses him. And it's always been a thing that,
What are you
like,
doing?
his whole thing was, I'm grabbing beer
Oh, okay.
from my mini fridge in my closet. His whole thing for his entire career has been young person who is against the woke mob, but now he's not a young person anymore, so there's nothing left for him to say or do, and he's just like, well, at least I'm not 40, but that's not going to work when you're 40 fucking years old. His whole argument is, at least I'm not 40, and that's not going to work when you're actually 40 fucking years old.
Right.
Genuinely, like that's his whole thing. By the way, Lovely Lily, Lolita is about grooming children and enslaving them, essentially. That's what the book's
As,
about. There you go.
Gross objects.
As I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But you had him on, and then you took that interview down and apologized. So what happened with that whole thing?
Oh, I can't talk too much. There's like legal things going on.
There's legal things going on.
Yeah, there's not with Nick, but just but there's I have a video coming out about that whole thing. So
You do?
you guys have to wait for the video.
Well,
What the fuck?
I know this. I can't talk about
I
this.
can't talk about it. It's
because
legal.
of legal stuff. But I have a video coming about it.
What a fucking idiot.
I'll say I did not find Nick to be racist. My staff actually did not find him to be racist.
wait, he was talking to an Italian girl.
Pause. Nick Fuentes, I just explained him. Catboy Supreme, Mexican white supremacist, well, half Mexican white supremacist. His daddy Mexican, he don't love his daddy. Hates gay people. Fucking women is gay, but fucking men in the ass or sticking your fingers in a man's ass isn't. Literally went on a date with the Catboy. Yeah, I'm getting there. He had a person living in his basement, a man living in his basement, an adult male living in his basement. It was Jaden, and the whole thing was Jaden moved out, left some furniture, so they went. Nick Fuentes went down there with a specific set of tools to figure out if there's cum, including a black light. I'm pretty sure he wanted to suck all of the cum out of the room. I'm pretty sure. And if afterwards, Nick Fuentes posted a bunch of pictures of himself with Jaden asleep in the basement. Every time Jaden would fall asleep, he'd go to the basement, take selfies next to Jaden sleeping. Yeah. Nick Fuentes is an amazing time. I could tell you whole stories about. I've done a lot of research into him. I might on You See Me Has left the chat. If it ever becomes like a topic of discussion, I might make a video. Like, he has a sister, and he's always asked if your sister was raped, what would you do? And he literally said, take the man's side.
It is disgusting.
Yeah. Nick Fuentes is 100% gay, and he's in denial of the fact that he's gay. If you look him up, you will literally find articles saying that the Leader of America First, which is his organization, the Leader of America First says that fucking women is gay, but putting your fingers in a man's ass is based.
That's pretty gay.
All right, we can continue.
Next to you. And saying that she shouldn't have a black boyfriend or something along those lines.
He doesn't believe in. See, I don't really want to go into like the race mixing stuff too much.
No, but you just said he wasn't being racist, and I watched him be racist on your show.
Well, I mean, to me, he says the same things that like there's a lot of people that think like that. But
it doesn't make it less racist just because other people think it.
You could say that, but to me, it's like, how do I put it? His argument is more about culture. It's easier if you date someone in your culture. You'd have to watch the full thing, but was like being a bit like combative to him. And to me, he was just like kidding. But yeah,
He did say, I am a bit racist, even in that. And in fact, in your apology, you said that he said racist things.
Well, there's a video coming out about all of that, but you'll see. It's coming out.
Okay. Well, the reason I'm asking you is because it's kind of like a big deal that you had this guy
issues, on. But there's a video coming out.
Yeah, there's a video coming out. I can't talk about it. There's legal issues, lawyers involved. I can't talk about it. But 2 weeks, video coming out. Hour long.
Do you see what I'm saying? He is
Look, they
incredibly
said I can't
toxic.
talk about the situation. They didn't say I couldn't sing about it.
I'm doing a musical video about Nick Fuentes.
Can you imagine? You've seen this Shia LaBeouf Rob Cantor video?
Yeah. No.
You're lost in the woods. There's no one around and your phone is dead. Out of the corner of your eye, you've spotted him.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that. Evan O'Brien.
Yeah, just imagine that. Just imagine, but it's Nick Fuentes.
Evan, I appreciate people who piss off everyone at as much as the next guy. I am somebody who has managed to figure out how to piss off millions of people at a time. A couple years ago, I had made a joke on Facebook because the John Breaks Bad News thing started on Facebook. So I made a joke saying it's a bigger tragedy than 9/11 that Mike Rowe's last name isn't Penis. And literally millions of people were telling me that I was a scumbag and that I deserved to die. And the joke doesn't make any sense.
Maybe you're a mourner.
His name would be Mike Penis.
Maybe you're a mourner. Maybe you deserve to die.
I hope so. But
no, you know what? Can he get that hyphenated? Can he get it hyphenated? Can he be Roe Penis?
Yeah, that's
Micro Penis.
That's what the joke was. But it's a stupid joke because it doesn't even make any sense. Because then his last name would just be Penis, and it would be Mike.
Can I just say that Penis is not a name? Penis is not a name. It should be Cox. It should be Roe-COX.
He
Microcox.
But he responded to that joke and he said, actually, my first name is Mac, turning it into Macro Penis, which was funny. He's a brilliant fucking guy. I'm a big fan of Micro. I like Mike Rowe. He's very funny. But then everybody was mad at me.
Here, this is.
And then they said, they were saying
subscribe to that channel.
How dare you, how dare you say anything about victims of 9/11? And I was like, well, listen, or everybody was mad at me because I said something about 9/11. I was like, listen, to the fans of 9/11,
you know what you should have said? You know what you should have said?
What?
I just really hate the comedian named Pete.
Yeah. And tagged him.
Shit. Yes.
My best friend's name is Gabe.
Gay butt sex. Yes. You know, I knew a woman named Ophelia Crutchmore.
No, you didn't.
I'd rather my name be Robin Banks. I did.
You fucking liar.
I did. She was Australian. It's a great name. It was an unfortunate name.
All right. Let's keep going.
Subscribe to that. I hold on. I have to be a good boy for 2 months so I can make community posts, pin comments, and actually communicate with my audience. But subscribe to that channel. I'm going to start with light content, and then I'm going to slowly deviate to more shitting on fucking retarded people. More than one way. Love you guys.
I'm just telling you my personal experience with him. We filmed hours and hours and hours of footage with him. There was that one to me, if you watch the full clip, it puts it in a little bit of context. Yeah. But he was really polite. He showed up on time.
He also
and honestly, he did a panel and he spoke about his opinions on race mixing, and a lot of people agreed with him.
Okay, but that doesn't change whether it's racist or not, right? But what I'm getting
Do you think it's
Yeah.
John, what's your opinions of race mixing?
Oh, I don't give a shit.
No, I want actual thoughts. I have opinions.
I don't think it's bad. I think it's perfectly fine. Love who you love. I literally could not care at all. I don't give a fuck.
Can I throw out my opinion?
In fact, hold on. The only thing that I would say is that it's probably a good thing. Oh, Evan, if you don't agree, I don't care. We could. That's fine. You don't have to.
Yeah,
agree
John and I
at
don't
all.
agree on a lot of things. John and I don't agree on a lot of
me.
things. He's left leaning. I'm right leaning.
I don't even know if I'm right, if I'm left leaning anymore. I think I just am libertarian.
So I'm gonna state it like it is, though, John. I think that Soda. I love you, Soda. Soda, I am making a little gay ass heart with my hands. There you go. So yeah, so I think that race mixing is bad, only because I saw that that music video that Canada funded called Beige Horizon. Can we take a quick break? Can you please play Beige Horizon?
Yeah.
I will send you a link to it.
Is it gonna get me?
And
is it gonna
I
get
need
the
a
stream taken down?
No, it's public.
Okay.
Canada paid for this to exist.
Oh fuck!
This is like a 2016
exactly what you're talking about.
video.
Yeah.
This is a 2016 video. I just need a second to respond to some fucker who's texting me.
All right.
But this is an old video, but this changed my
People, it's inevitable. A
Take
beige
second,
horizon,
do what you
brown.
need.
1 second. Hold on.
The only reason I think race mixing bad is because of this fucking video.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I had to respond to some fucker who was spamming me.
I miss it. I miss
Like, in all seriousness,
Trump.
That's the only reason why.
We used to get.
I can't not agree with you.
The song is amazing in how bad it is, and Canada funded it. The Canadian government funded it as a public television service message. And it's not because of... It's not because of the fact that it's anti-white or something like that. It's the fact that they literally go out of their way to, like, explain that they want to kill off white people by breeding them out of the chain. And then it's just so boring. It's so boring. It's whack. How are you a person of color and you're making the wackest shit I've ever heard? White people rap better than that. White people who've never heard rap better than that. It's fucking awful. It is not comedic.
No,
there weren't even really good
the entire
rhymes.
The entire
it was
thing
boring.
Was bad. I can't unsee.
And the dance was bad too.
Yeah, it was very bad. That is the worst thing that I've ever seen.
And then some of the words he used to describe like the combinations are considered slurs in some parts of the U.S. and Canada. You can't just call people Mexi Jews.
No.
Mexi Jews are considered to be a slur because they're discriminated against. Like you don't do that. You can't call people beaners, and they said beaner schnitzels. Half Mexican, half Germans. Like that's not okay. You can't just do that. That's not okay.
No, you can't.
I will be against race mixing if less people like that man exist. That's all I'm saying, okay?
I agree. All right. You ready?
Nah, fuck that shit, Zach. I don't care. Educational rap can suck my fat, tiny cock.
He's got
But
a
I mean the rooster I have over there.
Racist to like, cause I'm
I got my
do you think it's racist like if I'm Irish and I say I want to date someone that's Irish? Do you think that's racist?
No, but if I say to you, you're Irish, therefore you shouldn't date a black man, that is racist, yeah. You do have controversial guests, as we do, and there's nothing wrong with talking to people who are controversial.
Real
but
quick.
Nick Fuentes...
Real quick. That's aged poorly.
What?
Right now, Ireland is having a problem. The government is currently in the middle of using black people for all of the military ads. So a lot of Irish people are really annoyed by that. But I think that it's secretly Ireland's way to kill off all of the black population by trying to trick them into joining the military and dying for the country of Ireland. But right now there is a big problem with Irish people. They do not like the black people in the military being on all of the ads that they see every day, or a majority of the ads that they see every day.
Yeah,
there's a whole
people don't
diversity in Irish military campaign.
Yeah, but there's a diversity in everything campaign everywhere now. It's like it's.
But think about it, right? Okay, mix. So the mix don't like that there's specifically a diversity in the Irish military campaign. But I want you to think about this, John, because I've reconfigured the idea, right? Like if everything is a psyop, right? You ready?
Yeah.
If the mix are trying to get rid of the black population, what better way than to make them die for the country that they believe that they love? Why get white people to join your army if you can kill off all of the black populace that you have?
I mean, like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, but
that's my theory.
I don't know. I am a firm believer that you should always attribute what you could attribute to malice. You should attribute first to stupidity,
incompetence.
Yeah.
But that's my point. I'm starting to believe because of the amount of Irish. Isn't that the IRA's job? Yeah, pretty much. But I'm starting to believe that the Irish want to kill off their minority community. How many fucking black Irish
people are there?
There's not many, but there's a lot of ads for them.
You can't build an army.
But that's my point. That's my point. So I think they're trying to get them all to join the army so they can put them in the front lines.
In what war? Oh man, you got me to think
the
about
Ireland versus Ireland war.
You got me to think about what you're saying for like 1 second, because before I was just like glazed eyed, like agreeing with you, so we could continue watching the video, and now I'm like mad that you're saying the most retarded shit I've ever heard.
But that's actually a thing that's going on in Ireland right now. There's a whole discourse about black ads.
People are upset that they're not being represented in Ireland. Like white people aren't being represented.
And if you think about
Ireland,
between Hermione Granger and other characters, and with Ariel from The Little Mermaid, a ginger white woman being turned into a black woman. And there's literally like
there's ginger
let's
erasure.
turn all the gingers black.
Fucking April O'Neil is now a. But this is but we're doing a little bit of gimmicking for. We're stealing from Vito now.
Clip this and send it to him. I want on his fucking show.
I'll clip just you laughing like this and trying to see.
Oh, I thought that was blood for a second. We good.
Cara Fro wants to know if this is the Niggler. No, it's not the Niggler. No, this is not. One could only be so lucky. Did y'all know was a self-insert character of the author himself? He was a strange dude. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt that most of like those kinds of stories are just like dudes wanting to be like rescued and saved from their horrible lives.
Look, I don't like whitewashing. Look. Listen, I had a problem with Harry Potter when they turned Lavender Brown from a black girl into a white girl the second that she got lines in the Harry Potter series. Right? Like, I made a stink online when I was a teenager. Lavender Brown in the 5th movie. I know you don't fucking care, John.
I
Just
hate
let me
Harry
rant.
Potter.
She gets lines in the movie about how she wants to fuck Ron, and it's a white actress. But before that movie, she was cast as a black girl. So canonically, the only black character in Harry Potter is Dean Thomas, who is known for abusing Ginny Weasley emotionally and physically. So the only black character in Harry Potter is physically abusive. And then we would complain about Hermione being black and the cursed child, but I was complaining about characters being whitewashed before that shit. So fuck them.
All right. I have a hard out at 11. I gotta go. But we have 20 minutes left. Do you want to? Is there something that you want to look at?
You do this to me after I laugh too hard. All right. Can you show the I have autism clip that I made? Like, that is way too perfect.
Yeah, send it to me.
Okay. Where do you have to go at 11?
I gotta go to bed.
Why?
Because I have to go
Sleep
to bed.
is for the weak, buddy.
No, it's very. I gotta go to bed.
Sleep is for gay boys. Just saying. Here. So let me explain context. I have to be a good boy on YouTube right now on a second account. So on this second account, I need YouTube to think that I'm not going to do anything bad. So I made this video, and it's part of unedited footage of a bear, which is about a woman having a psychotic break.
Which is actually
but I put
great.
the I have autism song.
If you can go watch.
It's a great video. But I put this on top of it.
With ready, set.
I timed it perfectly.
I have AUT, ISM,
Don't be scared of me is the best part.
Don't be scared of me, 'cause we're the same, you and me.
I intend to do a video to explain all of the things that I found out about like autistic people who get older and have no skills in real life. And how they like because they have no skills outside of the internet or outside of whatever they've got going on, whether that's like just themselves with like music and stuff like that. I want to find out what happens to them, so I intend to do research into autistic people, schizophrenic people, different forms of mental illnesses where people can't live on their own and can't afford many things and can't be taken in by the system. 50-year-olds who can't go shit.
Right.
I love your conspiracy theories, Alyssa. I would love to have you on stream to talk about them, and we'll figure them out together because conspiracies are great.
Which conspiracy?
I want to do a video on Rose Malay. Everything's a conspiracy. It's all a conspiracy. But yeah, I want to do a video on what happens to autistic people. I want to do one on autogynephilia. I'm going to just post a thumbnail here, John. You let me know if it... Let me know if you think that this would get you in trouble. This is the thumbnail. This is what I'm going to be using. I have to make YouTube think that this second channel is a good boy, so I have to have people post comments and whatnot, and then I'll be able to do the more ridiculous shit. My throat is fucking killing me. My thrussy is sore. I need to soothe it with the halls.
I think this is fine.
This is a man jerking off
I would make
to...
that censor bar bigger. That's the only thing that I would do.
Nah.
And the reason why I say that is
It'll
because it still will imply what you're meaning, but it'll imply that it's even more graphic behind the censor bar.
Can you show on screen?
Yeah.
Oh. Christ, my thrussy is sore. You gotta clip that part sent to Vito. He needs to know I'm retarded, like proper.
But yeah, I think this is fine. Pretty much.
I want to do a video.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think a bigger censor bar would make it seem more raunchy? I feel like a bigger censor bar would just make it more
He's a small
obscene.
cock.
Yeah, but then
He's a small cock.
But it's not comically small. The censor bar is too big for it to be funny, and it's not big enough to imply that it's like really obscene.
Oh, maybe. I had an NSFW artist draw that. They made me pay like $50 for it. It was worth it. And I said, I want you to draw a man masturbating themselves as a woman and the woman vomiting in response because she doesn't like being called that way.
Alyssa's worried that I'm going to have to actually call 911 on stream, and I will not. I will not call 911.
Let me die. Let me die.
I will.
I have light suicidal tendencies. Let me die. I've already been 302'd before for it. Just let it happen. Just let it happen.
Asimi, I invented the best gun in the world.
What is it?
So it's a gun that only shoots pedophiles.
Okay.
But the trick of the gun is that it's just a regular gun.
Okay.
So when you shoot somebody, you could be like, guys, no, it's fine. They were a pedophile.
They were a pedo.
Yeah.
Hold on. Counterpoint, right?
Yeah.
What if you shoot a child with that gun?
That child was trying to fuck an even younger child.
What if you shoot an unborn infant with that child?
They were housed inside of a pedophile. There was nothing that the gun could do. The gun only sees
What if the baby
it
was
sees.
just born? What if it was just born? You know what? That's what racism is.
That's it. The gun knew he was going to be a pedo. That's what it was.
Alyssa, I wanted John to figure it out. He's drunk. I'm drunk.
I'm not that drunk.
I need him to figure out the logic.
I'm actually kind
John,
of
have
fucking
another beer.
hungover. I am having another beer. I'm already like kind of hungover. I have a fucking headache, and I've been looking at these screens since 4 p.m.
Alyssa, it's okay. I still love you, but call 911. But not for me. Who the fuck is Nick Francis?
Go to bed.
You mean Fuentes? I can't sleep.
This is a very different kettle of fish, as we say here, right?
Yeah. My
Yeah, I don't know who Nick
I'll
Francis
pause.
is.
It's because his fucking accent is fucking
Oh.
stupid. Because he's fucking stupid. He's fucking awful.
They're French.
It's
or something.
Fuentes. No, they're retarded.
They're French.
No, they're retarded.
Listen to them. They're French.
my opinion is that he was polite overall. He was a good guest.
He was also denying the Holocaust, from what I remember.
Okay, I'm not with
French.
that. Keep me out.
See, they're French.
Oh, can we end the stream soon so I can talk to you about something
Yeah, let's
before you go to bed?
let's end it right now. All right, love you
All right,
guys.
I love you all.
Bye.
Subscribe to No Allies Left. It's at No Allies Left. Assuming he's left the chat. I'm leaving.
Say it
the
again.
chat.
So say it again.
At No Allies Left or Assimi has left the chat. Go subscribe to that. Subscribe to my name, James Lull, Assimi James. It's a great channel. Please kill me. I just want to fucking die.
All right. Good luck. I hope you don't die. All right. Love you. Bye.
I hope I do.